Welcome back to Shem's Universe. So today, guys, we're going to go over the smartest numbers in numerology. So what I mean when I say smartest numbers, guys, is it doesn't necessarily mean that like these numbers are smarter than you. If you don't have these numbers, like you're not intelligent. What I mean by that is these numbers are algorithmically supposed to have more, they're supposed to have a higher IQ, essentially, just based off the algorithm, meaning that they're supposed to move in a certain way that they move more cognizant than other people. But that doesn't always resonate and doesn't always mean the truth, because we all are a mixture of numbers. We're not just one singularity. However, there are certain numbers that are supposed to be more so thinkers, and then they're supposed to in turn be more intelligent, but that doesn't actually necessarily happen at all. People usually with higher intelligence end up actually doing less because they overthink themselves into pretty much like scarcity. Like they don't actually do anything with the intelligence that they have. So that's what happens often. I'm not talking about any specific number when I say that. I just mean that in a sense of everybody that's intelligent sort of does that at one point. You have such a high IQ, or you're so renowned on knowledge that you end up not quite knowing what to do with it. And you end up having to go for mentorships or have a peer group that can actually help you implement your knowledge in the proper way. So I'm going to go over 3 different numbers today that actually definitely resonate with what I just said. But if you're not one of these numbers, I don't want you to take it offensive like, oh, I'm not smart. You're definitely smart as well. These numbers are just very particularly supposed to be higher IQ algorithmically. But most of the time, these same numbers I'm about to bring up have a harder time actually implementing their said knowledge. So let's begin. The first one is number 5. Number 5 is considered to be a very, very smart number from the Chaldean tablets. It's known as that. The reason behind it is that the number 5 is governed by Mercury. Mercury is the fastest moving planet around the sun and goes around the sun about 51 times while the Earth does once. So that's the same for people with the number 5 energy. And when I say number 5 energy, I mean people that are birth number 5, life path 5, or even expression number 5. I'll go as far as that, but that's it. These people will very much have a high degree of intelligence and think very quickly, and their special ability in regards to their specific type of intelligence is 2 different things. One, they're very much able to retain information quite quickly. So the average person might have to learn how to play clarinet for like 2 months. They can learn how to play clarinet in like a week. The next thing is they're able to communicate in a very eloquent way. So people with number 5 tend to be very good speakers. I find number 3 people, a bit off topic, are good at writing. Sometimes they're good at speaking, but the speaking really goes over to the 5s. They're the best orators in the world. So number 5 people, if you're birth number 5, life path 5, expression number 5, my advice to you based off of your intelligence is that you guys should be learning how to coherently use your knowledge for direct purpose, meaning implementation of knowledge is of course very important. You guys are not just known for travel and sexual attraction. You guys can do a lot more. But what you have to do to learn how to utilize this knowledge to its fullest potential is you got to be consistent when you start doing things, meaning you guys are good at everything under the sun. Most 5s I give readings to, they tend to say like they're good at most things, whether it be sports, academics, whatever, but they don't really know where to actually put that energy or knowledge to very specifically. Your first thing is, of course, figuring out where to implement the knowledge, but your main factor I find that where 5s even lose is simply that they lack consistency. As soon as you guys get good at something, you guys end up just leaving it and going for something else. If you guys can just actually practice consistency for a certain duration of time, you'll win in life and you'll dominate your whole realm in reality. But if you fail to do so, then of course you're going to in turn just lose, right? So it's very obvious and as simple as that. The next number is number 7. Number 7 is considered to be a very antisocial number. 7 is considered to be the loner. It's also a genius number for sure. High IQ. Everybody knows 7s are very philosophical. I say 7s have a couple of things to work on. For one, I say that 7s, you guys are very hyper intelligent. You guys look at even the most minuscule details of things, which makes you guys very good for things like forensic science or being investigators. But you guys have to understand that overanalysis leads to paralysis, very similar to what my advice I give to a lot of Virgo sun signs. You guys will end up overthinking yourself into an oblivion and not end up doing anything with your knowledge. Again, like 5s, you guys can be very intelligent, be good at things under the sun, like everything under the sun. Not so much of a physical number. Some 7s are very good at things, especially when it comes to fighting. I know 7s are very much in martial arts and fighting, but you want to use your brain to make your money for best luck, especially if you're a life path 7. If you're a birth number or a name number 7 is optional, but if you're a life path, I'd say definitely be using your brain to make money. You shouldn't even be using your hands at all. but it's completely your choice. That's just what algorithmically will give you the best luck. My next piece of advice is for just find a singularity, meaning the formula for 7 to be successful is like this. You have to find what your interest is, extrapolate from your interest what you can make of it for a career. Because the key to being successful as a 7 is simply this. You have to just find something that you're interested in, because that's going to produce passion and emotion. And then when you mix that with your intelligence, it's over. You guys will dominate that field completely. Nobody will beat you because you actually like what you're doing and you're using your brain to get things done. Already, without even being interested in stuff, 7s will be the best at it if they actually put their mind to it. So that's why I'm giving you that extra potion by saying, make sure you emotionally like it as well and turn it into a career. Even if it has to be something that you're pioneering in, entrepreneurially bringing in, do that. Because once you guys mix your emotion with your logic, it's pretty much over. You'll run over everybody in your field and you'll have no opposition. The last one is the number 9. 9 is very much a good number, I find, when it comes to ideology. I say 9s are a little bit more grounded than 7s when it comes to their belief systems. Like 7s can just be faith-based and spiritual-based and just say, I believe in this because I feel intuitively that's correct. 9s need very concrete evidence, which makes them very, very good, especially in fields of science and political reform as well. So 9s can do very well when it comes to just design the grand scheme of things when it comes to the world architecture. They do very well in the medical field, very well, like I was saying, in science and analysis, even very well in things like stocks, crypto, and Forex. 9s can dominate there as well because of their very peculiar attention to detail and the way in which that they can adapt to anything that they're around. You guys already know the whole magic behind the mathematics of 9 when it's like you multiply anything by 9. So like 9 times 2 is 18, turns into 9. 9 times 3 is 27, turns into 9. But then when you add anything to 9, it becomes that number. You guys already get that. I've been over that a bunch of times with their videos. You guys have a very peculiar ability to adapt. So you have to use your adaptiveness to then deal with people in different ways. You guys can adapt to anything, but what you want to do is you guys sometimes can let anger override your logic. I say emotional control, not even really emotion, but controlling your anger is very key to the 9 success. And once you control that anger, you then develop good patterns and good feedback loops from the people around you, and then you end up having success. So I know 9's a very gatekept number. The way in which you guys find success is by finding an interest that you have a very concrete knowledge in, and then turning that into a career. So similar to number 7, but you guys are very much into more so changing the world, I would say. 7s can definitely change the world with their innovations as well. I would never say that they can't. Look at Elon Musk. But 9s particularly, I would say you want to find a career that's going to affect the public, whether it be like your family, your community, or the world as a whole, or maybe even take it step by step, especially if you're into things like politics where your reach will just keep expanding as you promote yourself up. So for 9s, I'd say look at how, if I was a 9, I'd say how can I affect the world, or not even that, what do I want to affect? What do I care about affecting? Who do I care about helping? These are things that are going to lead you to finding the best career for yourself, and in turn, the intelligence is going to be used to create positive karmic feedback loops for future reincarnations. So it's going to work even better for you. But as a 9, to bring it down to a conclusion, look at what exactly you want to influence and then go about how you're going to do that. And that's how you use your intelligence correctly, and you'll find that you're always going to be in your purpose. This applies to birth number 9s, so people born the 9th, 18th, 27th, life path 9s, or people with expression number 9. You can use that idea or formula that I just said for your own life, and I think it should work quite well. So that does conclude my video for today, guys. If you have any questions for me, just please leave in the comment section. Aside from that, like, subscribe, holla at me. That's it for today, guys. Peace.